Welcome to this week's episode of the Angry Geeks. I am Louis Perry.
I'm Jamie Dolan.
And I am Quinderella.
And we are the Angry Geeks. Girls, we just came off of a terrific weekend last weekend at Rhode Island Comic-Con. What were your guys' highlights? But first, we had a passing of one of the greatest voice actors of all time. And can I play a quick clip?
Yeah.
I know I've already played it once online, but I want to play this right now.
This is Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman. You're watching Angry Geeks, but you bitches should know who I am.
I love that. That was the first time that I ever met Kevin Conroy, and when he did that, now I had to censor that clip because of personal reasons and stuff. But after he did that, he actually dropped the mic. He took the mic and he spiked it, and it bounces off the table and flies through the air. And everyone at the convention cheered because he did that on his own. And it was the funniest thing in the world. And other people wanted him to do it, and he said no, it was a one-time thing, and he did it for the Angry Geek. So I just want to... He's such a cool guy. If you didn't get a chance to meet him while he was here with us on Earth, you truly missed out on a tremendous human being. So, yeah. We got comments coming in already. Joe McDonald says, hey, hi. And Aviva, hello.
Hi, Aviva.
And Joe with a very young Yes. Matches was... Yeah, we were all...
I wanted to ask when that was from, but I was going to be like seeing matches that might date it a little bit.
I don't
think I've ever seen matches wearing that
version.
Costume.
Yeah.
I was going to say that was a long time ago. And then a Facebook user with a heart, and
he says I was his favorite stalker. Whoever that is our stalker too, because it has no name.
Yeah, I know. And
hello, Michael.
But did they mean
hello?
They mean match a stalker or
right?
Which stalker are you?
Hi, Joe. Joe, we owe you an interview. Joe wants to interview the Angry Geeks, and every year we keep missing him. And so we do have to get there. And Steven, we love you, Quinderella. Wow. It's for and Joe, it's Matches Malone, yes. And Facebook user, it's me, Matches, you can't see me, LOL.
I don't know, Matches.
He's John Cena today.
I guess, it just says Facebook user. It doesn't
it just says Facebook. Yeah, that's it. So, Rhode Island Comic-Con. Another year has come. It's been here. It's gone. The highlights, the whole weekend, 3 days where the cool kids hang out. Exhausting as it was. Jamie, what was your highlight? Favorite times on Friday. Let's start at Friday first.
Friday?
Yeah, we'll go Friday. What was yours?
It's so hard to remember the days.
Don't have us remember the days.
It was just a blur. Oh my god!
For me,
I couldn't remember what the schedule was in the days I was there. I can remember 5 minutes ago.
I was gonna say, I would say getting to the con alive after you driving us there. Probably the highlight of my Friday. That was something.
Well, that's true. We did all right. Yeah. Emily stayed in a different hotel than us, so she didn't have to live through my driving, and I ended up driving.
We lived through it. Yeah.
And then
you lived to tell the tale.
Well, I don't drive that bad, and
it was a little scary.
Well, that day it sounds like there was a little something going on.
It's like Mr. Magoo had the wheel.
And
everybody in the car is screaming because the GPS is telling him to go right, and he just wants to go. And everybody's like, "Go right!" Just screaming at him. It was. Oh,
I thought you were going to take me down a one-way or something.
It probably was. I don't even.
No, it was not. Stop it. No.
No, let me think. Friday. Oh my God. I can't.
I don't know. That was a really good answer, Jamie.
Yeah, that would be it. I guess that's it. Getting there alive with Mr. Magoo behind the wheel.
Well, see, it's funny because I have footage we recorded, not only our stuff, but we were recording other people's stuff. So, we recorded all panels for ARE. So I'm kind of like reliving not just our stuff, but the whole con, because we have B-roll footage of the time of Donuts, or one of our crew members running around with the camera. So I got to see a lot of different stuff. And of course, Emily had the GoPro, and I didn't even see Emily on Sunday. I know, I didn't even see Emily. So I didn't get to see what the footage she picked up on. But Friday, and I didn't realize that this happened. Well, one of my highlights is the three of us doing that video for where the panel rooms were. It was up. I don't know if they did, but I had such fun.
What about the security guards kicking you out? You weren't on
exactly. That was great when they walked up. Jamie, Emily, you guys are good, and then they grabbed me and threw me out of the convention center in the hotel. That was fun, and just being there with you guys was a highlight, and having that fun with the Angry Geeks family, especially with both Cody and Neil and Donuts now, as he's affectionately called. I got people at the shop at Tool Max Designing and Tooling calling Dunkin' Donuts now. So everyone's calling him Donuts because of Jamie. So it's like that was so much fun. So that is definitely a highlight. But the other highlight is, and I didn't realize this, that during the Robert Patrick panel, Jamie introduced me to come out and moderate, but the crowd was actually... I
didn't even remember I did that.
Yeah, the crowd... you were stuck at your table because you had to do the cosplay thing. And the crowd, as I came on the stage, the crowd wanted both, Jamie and I both, to moderate the panel with Robert Patrick. And I was like, no, she can't. She has her own panel. And the crowd started cheering for both of us to stay on stage. And Jamie, she does this. Do you remember doing the walk that you did? Kind of like a strut off a stage?
No. If I did, it was not intentional.
you did this walk like...
Well,
you do this walk like that, and the crowd just starts laughing.
You just need to get Lewis to do that, and it'll be great.
I'm such a dork. It was just this natural, like that's my sneaky way of walking off the stage naturally. It was,
and so it was like so cool that the crowd was like, "Oh, both of you, yeah," and it was like really, really cool, and that was another highlight for Friday night. It was like, wow, these people really do know the three of us. That's like super humbling. It's like, wow, it was like really cool. And hold on, we're getting more comments. Aviva says that panel was really great. Yeah, it was. We have to be careful when we post it. It was very. It was
language colorful.
Oh yes, Robert Patrick was funny, very funny.
Stick around for it because I.
A lot of F-bombs, a lot of F-bombs, and a lot of F-bombs, and a lot of friendly insults to people in the crowd. So, and Aviva comes back and says, yes, in his own colorful way. So in other words, he would call, somebody would have a question and he would call them an a-hole or something like that, but in a very good, colorful way.
In his way, yeah.
Yeah, not being malicious or anything. And
Right.
it was the funniest thing ever. I had such a blast. And of course, the highlight of the whole panel was Carolyn bringing out the cake. And that was just fantastic. Jabo says, "What's up, people?" And that miss you guys at RICC. Yeah, we only saw friends just as much as we actually saw M. It wasn't. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I think it was really just that one when I got the picture at their table on the scooter thing. And I think that was the only time I saw them.
Yeah, it was very. Oh, and Carolyn cares lot confections. That was one of my favorite moments. Yeah, you guys were right on the second, and everyone got to hear my singing voice, which was really.
They loved it. Yeah.
My best Elvis impersonation. Carolyn said that was. What did you say?
So when's the record coming out?
Well, I use a perfect segue because Robert Patrick does have a song on iTunes. And I said, hey, I played up to the crowd about it. And I said, well, you guys can wait to the video. I don't want to wreck it. But as I was singing to him, I was serenading him happy birthday, and he had his back to the door. And next thing you know, Carolyn and her husband, Christian, which is a great guy, they come walking out of the corner. And I point behind him, and he turns around, and there's Carolyn holding this beautiful cake.
That cake was awesome.
Yeah, and he goes, oh my God. He just starts freaking out. And it was just, it was great. Then I just handed everything over to Carolyn. And Carolyn, I didn't get a chance to have any of the cakes that you made because of her.
You don't need cake. You're not allowed to have cake.
I lost 7 pounds, though, everyone. I lost 7 pounds. Went to the doctors. I lost 7 pounds. Look at that.
And then what happened without her at it?
Huh? Oh, Carolyn even jumps in. Thanks, Carolyn. I really appreciate it. Carolyn says you are not allowed. So you and I lost 7 pounds.
They helped you. You had help. You definitely did. You listened to them. That's good. See? You behaved.
Except on Sunday morning, I did not go to breakfast with them, and he definitely cheated. So no more Lewis going alone for breakfast because
I think I know your favorite part about Sunday already. Then, Lewis.
I think
this isn't funny at all.
See, this was his plan.
And the Godfather. Now, ladies, hold on. My Godfather. My uncle is in the house, and he says no cake. Yeah, so now I really got to listen because the next time I'm
no ketchup or syrup and waffles. So this was his plan all along because he knew I had to get in my costume Sunday morning. I had to get ready. So he texted me. The con didn't start till 10 o'clock. I think it was 9 for VIPs. 6 o'clock in the morning, he sends me a text message saying, "Are you going to breakfast? Are you coming?" At 6 o'clock in the morning, really, Lewis?
Yeah, good, because we didn't share a room this year.
That has nothing to do with it. That has to do with you being sneaky.
Yes.
And you're like, this is how I get her because she has to get ready. She isn't going to want to come because it's 20 minutes away and and that's how he cheated.
No.
And the boys told me.
I know they did, a little bastards.
Angels.
No.
They're angels.
Neil and Cody. Yeah, they both did. Well, Neil was Emily's hero because she was texting me. The only time I got to talk to M Sunday was through text. Is Neil coming to record the panel? Is Neil doing this? And Neil was like, Emily needs me. And he was running all over the place to go hit the record button. So I was like, yeah.
I wonder if you guys are going to be there. I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen them. Are they going to be here to record it? Geez Louise.
Yeah, and look at that. Those rat boys. Yes.
See, J-Bo, the whole thing is, if he continues to cheat and eat that way, we might not have a Lewis at the next Rhode Island Comic-Con.
Now, I will be fine, I promise. But they're going to shock my heart again. I'm just waiting for the doctor to call me. And Axel comes back in. Lewis, did you cosplay?
Yes,
I wore the cowboy hat. What?
You cosplayed the ego of the convention.
Oh my God. With that, we're going to take 30 seconds for Cares a Lot Confections, and we'll be right back. Thanksgiving is just a couple weeks away. Get those pie orders in now. Contact Carolyn today. Contact Carolyn today and get those pies. No, J-Bo, they're not going to freeze my heart. They're going to shock me. They want to try the shocking thing once again to get the heart going. Not that. And I love you too, man. Seriously. And Will Yates comes in. You all did such a great job constantly running. Thank you, Will. And again, sorry to everyone that we saw. Jamie was one day, and I have to say that I love you very much. One day, she took me by the hand, brought me to the green room to get me something to eat. One day she wanted me to eat because I was just nonstop.
It was Saturday. Because you had, I don't remember what you were doing, but it was like 3:00 and you still didn't eat.
No, I was nonstop. I mean, helping Carolyn and Christian, plus doing a lot of the panels. It was just
it's rough.
Yeah, it was amazing though. So we're on Saturday now. And what was it like being out in the thick of things? Not just for yourself, but you were interviewed a couple times by different people coming up and talking to you. And you were also there doing other stuff. What was it like being out on the floor? Because Jamie and I never had that. We were always on stage and taking pictures, rubbing elbows and shaking babies. I mean, kissing
babies. Why do you say the shaking babies?
What was it like having a table?
Okay, that's the second time, so I'm a little concerned. First off, I would like to say that.
It's an old joke. It's not. Remember, I'm an old school comedian here. Michael, thank you. Thank you very much.
It was so great to meet you.
Oh yes, it was. It was. It was great to meet you too during Rhode Island. Thank you so much. All right, so Em, what was it like? You were out there in the thick of things, getting pictures taken.
I mean, there were some moments where, like, it was just like, you'd sit down and that like drove me crazy at the table. But other times it was like I was doing a million things. I felt like, I mean, the cosplay table was great for advertising. I had the Angrygeeks website, up and running on the thing there. Mm-hmm. I had our GoPro, I had our cards, I had my cards, the prints, taking pictures of people, all that good stuff. But my highlight that day was definitely I did my first Angrygeeks panel on Saturday, in case you don't remember that. So that was, I think that was my highlight of Saturday. The worst part about the whole thing, though, including the interviews, which, interviews were fun. I think I did a pretty good job. Those are up now. The interviews are up. Yep, interviews are up. I know I shared one. However, I think, honestly, I don't think I lost my voice too bad in that one. However, by the time our panel rolled around, I sounded like I smoked 8 packs. Like, it was just
your voice was like, you were so hoarse. You just got to drink a lot of water. That's what Jamie and I do. But your voice.
I tried that. Like, I just thought I was going to go, like, huff some more bad air. Water, that's a great idea. Why didn't you tell me that at the time, Louis?
Oh, I thought you said you had water at your table, because I was actually going to stop there.
We had water there, and also, like, we had the place that sold water right next to us, too. So, like, we had plenty of access. It's just, like, definitely the hot tea. Jamie brought me some. Thank you again for that.
Sure.
And the restaurant in the hotel there, the Omni, they gave me some. They just gave me pure, like, hot water, honey and lemon right before the cosplay contest. And, that didn't make me sound. That's the thing. Like, all this stuff made me feel like better. You know what I mean? I wasn't in pain thanks to that stuff, but I didn't sound better was the problem. You know? But thankfully, it sounded like I was in a lot of freaking pain. It sounded like my throat had been split open by a serial killer or something. But, you know, I just want to say I wasn't in pain, which is good. But
well, I was worried about you during our live panel when we had Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. Because, well, the beans. And then oh my God.
The beans.
Well, no, because first of all, because when you swallow them, I mean, first of all, I don't know if Jamie caught. Well, I don't know if Jamie caught what you did to me. Do you know what Emily did to me? I don't know. People in the crowd,
do I know what I
if you
did?
see it. Yeah, do you remember what you did? She had when she ate the booger bean. She took the bean. She had it in her mouth. She's chewing it, and she looked at our celebrity guest too, and he was laughing. She said she's chewing it, and then she goes. She looks at me and she goes, "Louis, what color is it?" Opens her mouth and shows me what she's choosing. Like that. I'm like, oh, come on, stop. That's after I ate the poop bean, so my stomach is already turning.
I didn't know. Like, is it white or green? Because it's either going to be vomit
I was like,
or
don't even show me that.
Well, it was good, and it was like booger color, but it was.
It was booger colored.
Oh my God! It was just it was disgusting, and I really think
had, like, that first bean I ate, the poop one. It literally stuck in my teeth and lingered through every other bean. Like, I could not get rid of that poop bean flavor in my mouth. It was horrible.
It's telling me to drink water.
Those beans were nasty. Yeah, those beans were absolutely nasty. And
I'm the only one that didn't get like the jalapeno or whatever.
Oh my God! Well, who was the one? I had to eat the first bean right out of the gate, and of course I grabbed one of the hot ones, and it was the hottest thing, and it was wow! It was just bad. Aviva comes in with another comment. Jamie, you want to read that one?
Yeah, she says after the show, Mark and Ian went and ate all the hot ones, and they did, and they're crazy. Cause
really,
woo, let me tell you, I had some spicy poop in my mouth. It's like, because the first one was the poop one, then I had a spicy one, and it was like the spicy went away before the gross.
It's just Taco Bell in your mouth.
Oh, if you guys are interested, our live panel is up on our YouTube channel. If you have not seen it, go there and watch it, and you could see our bean challenge for Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. And Mark says that they were spicy.
And Mark loves spicy, so.
And yeah, it was bad. Jamie and I were, I believe, and Aviva. Oh, and Ephraim. I want to give a public thanks to Ephraim. That kid is
Ephraim did such a great job.
Yeah, he was a volunteer that RICC, Rhode Island Comic-Con, gave to us to work for us the weekend. He was right there with my two boys and donuts, and the kid was a trooper. He hung with them three guys, running up and down, taking care of the cameras. And next year, if he's back as a volunteer, we're going to request him again. Such a trooper. Those beans suck, and I want to bring them back. It was a blast. Even Rob Paulson, the voice of Carl, Pinky, and I didn't know he did Carl from Jimmy Neutron.
That's what I said. That. I was like, he opened with that. I'm like, I didn't know he did Carl. I was like,
yeah,
oh my God.
It was like so.
I didn't know that either.
Oh my God, he wanted to play the game, and I was like, okay. I was worried about his voice, but he started down in the beans too. He was definitely all in, but he was like, every time he ate a bean, he starts doing a voice about what he was tasting. It was
great, and what a nice guy! Like he
was
just is
awesome,
genuinely an amazing person.
Yeah, and he
sure.
stayed there to meet the people that came to see the panel, and he was taking
Yeah,
pictures with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't even get a picture with him. You both did.
I have it in my phone of you. You got one. I have to send it to you.
I did get one?
You did, yeah. I thought I sent it to you. I guess I did.
All right, now.
That is so funny. I'll send it.
No, the only picture, I got 2 pictures that I remember of. And Aviva comes in, and Aviva says, I have a picture of you with him.
See, it happened.
I remember
2 of us have pictures of you with him.
Wow, I remember 2 pictures that I have. And what was that, Em?
I thought I was bad remembering this stuff, but
well, the whole weekend was a blur, and like I said, I don't remember the 3 of us having a picture taken together. The picture for that I used.
I thought we did on. It was either Friday or Saturday. No, you were the Scarlet Witch, so it was Friday.
Yeah, I mean, Scarlet Witch also. Which Scarlet Witch? Because I was 2 days. That one and the other one on
Friday. Oh, Friday and Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday I was Scarlet Witch for the panel. Did I do that?
This photo is actually. This photo here is actually a still from the video I was editing. The only picture I remember 2 photos, and both of them Aviva, which, she actually took both of them, was the one with Danny Trejo and Stephen Amell, because she stopped us both on stage. And
I'm
surprised
it took you almost a half hour into the show to bring up Stephen Amell.
Oh, that's the coup de grace. That is the coup de grace right there.
29 minutes for you to speak that name.
29 minutes. We got to play a sponsor ad.
I really thought we'd be 29 seconds into the show.
Well, I did tweet. I did tweet Stephen, and I said, "You better get ready. I already lost 7 pounds." So. I already did tweet him that I lost 7 pounds, and that video will be up shortly. We're going to save that one for last for sure. I wanted to get Jamie's. I still get Naruto out there because I am Naruto. I'm so proud of you for that.
Naruto. He's like saying it like he belongs in the Disney Spanish movie Encanto or whatever. Naruto.
My boy is here. Neil says, Jamie, I thought for sure he was going to try and leave with a Mel.
Yeah. The problem is Lewis is going to keep tweeting him every half a pound he loses. He's going to get on his nerves so much he's never, ever, ever going to talk to him again.
Well, I was supposed to see him before he left, but I was busy. I couldn't make it there, so I had to go down there. And his agent was like, he was waiting for you as long as he could. I know. It's my fault, but our paths will cross again. So we'll see.
Poor guy.
We'll get to that shortly.
What kind of can of worms he opened?
Let's take 30 seconds and we'll be right back.
Square Collectibles, 39 Wedgwood Drive, Suite 232, inside Slater Mill Mall. Pokemon every Saturday mornings. Become a Pokemon Blaster. Magic the Gathering every Friday night. Comics, toys, vinyls, diecast, and more. Find your inner hero at CH Square Collectibles. Proud sponsor of the Angry Geeks show.
December 3rd, Collecticon 3 is happening, and not only will Jack Purcell be there, I'll be hanging out there as well. You 2 ladies are also invited. Chris Hebert wants you both there. And Blood, Sweat, and Tears Wrestling will be there as well. They're going to have a table, and some of their talent is going to be there as well. More about that coming up soon. Hey, Hot Sauce, what's going on? Jessica is in the house. Yeah. Now, I call her Hot Sauce because...
going to be Hot
Sauce. Yes, because she's the only person I know. Now, let me just say something about Hot Sauce right here. It is not what you think, and it definitely wasn't what I thought it was. So Jamie and I were doing an event. Emily had to go home sick because she was sick. And she was eating a donut, and it looked like she was dipping it in hot sauce. It was actually orange frosting that looked like buffalo sauce. And
Halloween, decorate your own donut.
Yeah, and I turned around really quick,
hot sauce.
And I was like, Jess, are you dipping that in hot sauce? And she started laughing. So now Jessica will always be hot sauce. There you go. And she says, only you would think that. Yeah, pretty much.
True.
That's what's going to stay with you too. So you'll remember that.
And it didn't really look like hot sauce.
Yes, it did. I should have took a picture. Yes, I should have took a
hot sauce
picture.
Is red.
No, it was orange. It was like buffalo sauce. You go there and get the buffalo sauce, it looked just like it.
I'm staying out of it.
Both of you be quiet. Both of you be...
Hey! I was on nobody's side. You didn't hear what I said then. I said, I'm staying out of this one.
Oh, that's what you said? Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, you can talk. Well, anyway, the spin the wheel, make the deal, bamboozled bean challenge, I think is going to stick. That was a... And hold on. And... Oh, Joe McDonald Media. Buffalo sauce is not a hot sauce. I don't care. It's still, she's hot sauce. That's it. Plain and simple. I have spoken.
It doesn't roll off the tongue well.
Another highlight, and at the same time, it was a highlight, but it was a kick to the ego, as Jamie always says. A ego for me is I was in the green room getting ready for the Book of Boba Fett panel, and Danny Trejo comes walking in, and he looks at me and he goes, Luis, hey, can you remember me? I got so happy. Then he goes, where's Wonder Woman? She's doing another panel, Danny. You got me tonight. Okay, kid. I was like, and then he sat next to me, and so anyway, the two pictures, whatever. It was still fun. That's another highlight. But yeah. Everybody remembers Jamie. What's going to happen when M starts doing panels? You need to get a Wonder Woman
costume, Lewis.
Well, funny you should say that. I get...
It's not that
Rhode
they
Island
remember me.
Con.
They remember the costume, because if I'm in regular clothes,
I was just gonna say, you know what? Maybe a costume would genuinely help rather than my name's Lewis. Yeah. So.
Oh, well, the Rhode Island anime. We'll get to that in a second, son. The Rhode Island Anime Con is coming up.
Yes, and I can't wait.
Okay, well, did you see a comment that was made? Somebody asked if somebody... Joey... Go ahead.
Wear a anime maid costume during your panels.
Yes, that's what they said. Joey DiCarlo had said that.
There's a better chance of me doing that. And Connie said she spit on her drink when she read that comment.
Yes, I know. And Neil comes in and he says, I'm surprised the infamous daddy ass picture is not a highlight. And Joe McDonald says, I agree with Neil on that one. That was the daddy ass thing. I actually had to explain to Jamie what it was and explain the whole scissor me daddy ass thing. That was
I was like, what?
Her face. I'll get it. We'll explain that a little later. Okay. Neil and Cody were both upset, and I told, and Joe McDonald says, "Scissor me, Lewis." LOL. And Mark has question mark.
Those that don't know, it's like
whole thing, Emily. Well, then if you don't want to explain it, then don't say it, Neil.
No, it's a wrestling thing. It's a wrestling. It's a wrestling thing, and I told Billy Gunn, I told him, I said, my two boys are going to be really upset that I'm here and they're out there working. So we took a picture together, and we actually did, the scissor thing. It's a wrestling thing because he's managing this tag team called the Acclaim, and they go scissor me daddy ass, and they do this whole thing. And Neil and Cody, they actually wanted to go meet Billy Gunn, but they were busy and they never got there until because he left. And Jamie and I were when Jamie got your tea, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think that is when we got the tea.
Yeah, and I was talking to Billy Gunn because he's going to be in Westport this Wednesday night, and I was like, "Hey, are you going to be there?" When we were talking, and I was like, "Yeah, my boys are going to be pissed off because you're here and everything." So we took a picture, and I sent it right to Neil, and he was like, "Damn." So Neil's direct quote, and excuse my language, was balls, because I got to scissor daddy ass and he didn't. And Joe says, I met Billy and was a professional as much as I wanted to scissor him. No, he had his fingers saved.
I do not ever want to hear Lewis talking about scissoring ever again. We're done with this conversation.
I just love how much and how well this could be taken out of context.
Yes, exactly. No, Joe, let me explain. Joe, yes, Neil. Neil says, yes, it got weird fast. Joe, let me explain. Let me explain. I was going to shake his hand, and he actually scissored me, so I was just like, okay. So that's how it happened. He actually scissored me. And Mark says, I don't want to know if saying, what? I don't know if saying
makes it any better.
Oh, yes. Next. Yeah, Neil brought it up. Damn it.
Sunday, bloody Sunday. We're on to Sunday.
Hey, what else does my kid say? Don't act like you didn't love the scissor.
Encouraging it. No more. We're done.
We're done. Emily's face is just so funny.
Anyway, back to Rhode Island ComicCon.
Yeah. Jamie, what was your experience between your two top panels? We know which one was your favorite.
Well, the My Hero Academia panel, I could have went better. I learned a lot during that one. That was really like my first big panel in the big panel room by myself. So what I learned, I applied to the Naruto panel, which it was like night and day difference. And it wasn't bad. It was just kind of controlling the audience questions and keeping it relative to like the show was the big thing with My Hero that I kind of struggled with. So Naruto went amazing. And I'm so bummed because I forgot to get a picture with all of them afterwards because I was just so excited about the whole thing. But yeah, it was awesome.
Well, you probably did get a picture with all of them. You just don't remember.
No, I didn't. Because even Mikey G afterwards, he's like, oh, you didn't get a picture with them. And I was like, oh my God, I completely forgot. Like it was, plus the show ran over because they were all so great. And Miley, who is the voice of Naruto, she was adamant about getting through every single audience question before that panel ended. And those panels were already late in that room all day. Like
the panels did not go scheduled like at all. Like they were all over.
Yeah, they ran over and whatnot. So, when we finished our panel, Michael Rooker was still sitting back in the green room waiting for his panel to start. So, it was, there wasn't really like a lot of time in between either. But it was still, it was amazing. And they were all so great. And it was just a lot of fun. Like, it was a really fun panel. I felt like it was. Like, we were laughing pretty much the entire time. So.
Yeah, I was very proud of you watching that.
And Neil and Cody walked in. You could see me wave to them. Like, I watched it after you posted it. And I'm like, oh, that's when Neil and Cody came in.
Emily,
that's a lot that they came. So
yes, I know. Well, you banned the entire crew. It's I stayed away.
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
it's like it's this weird pressure, like I'm being judged, but I don't know. I don't want you guys around when I'm. Thank you.
well,
Cody or Neil. Sorry, Neil. Thank you, Neil. Like Cody and Neil are allowed in there, but you guys can't be in there.
well, it was
no,
like
you can. Lewis can't and Ian can't. They're the only two that can. Everybody except for Lewis and Ian can be there.
I would not have been there for any type of pressure. I would have been there just to support you because I knew
pressure I put on myself. And my other big highlight for the day was wearing my new costume that I made that did not fall apart.
Well, they all loved it. Everyone on stage.
Yeah, the costumes are really good.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they loved it. And it was funny because at one point during the panel, they joke because the voice of Asuma was there and they made a joke about him or something should be sitting next to me because of the show. Him and Kerr and I are together. So it was good.
And Joe comes in and says, my team told me it was a great panel. Oh, it was fantastic. She knocked it out of the park.
Yes, and no scissors were involved. That's right. We're not talking about that anymore.
The kids cosplay contest. I started putting that panel together, and you up there with the judges, you were tremendous. You did a great job, and we made sure that was recorded upstairs in the small room. And you actually held your own with the other judges during the adult cosplay contest. Now, what was it like being a judge for that?
Well, gee, first off, can I just say, I didn't know I was judging the kids one too until like the day of. I just thought I was judging the adult one. And I'm just like, how the hell am I supposed to judge children? Like, I don't know, either you're well behaved or you're like a little brat. Get out of here.
Oh,
like, but the adult one, first off, I thought like just as we were talking about, like the scheduling was a mess. And what happened, it was like a panel like started really late. We had to it got delayed. That line was like crazy out there. And so we had to just wait and wait and wait. At that point, my patience was like out the window. I was like, oh my God. So when I'm seeing all these people, I thought like all of these people had entered the cosplay contest. I'm like, I'm going to be sick. But it was about like only like half. The rest of them were like just like to watch it. So I'm like, okay, this isn't as bad. I mean, it was actually entertaining once like we got like settled in and everything. And, from the kids competition, like I already like knew how to like score and everything. It was the same way. So I enjoyed like watching everybody. My favorite part of the whole thing I learned is actually like the showmanship because you got points for that. But that was my favorite part. It's like strike a pose, be your character. I think it's the theater person in me, but that is exactly what I look for. I was like, do it. But what was it? Jack Brown was the one who won the category I announced, and he's the guy always on stilts. And that was I don't know how.
I'm so glad he won.
He was the Axeman from Resident Evil.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. And what is it? Another category. I think like they won best in show. Was it the Brave characters, Merida and like the dad? They were talking Irish accents like the whole day. I didn't. Yeah, the only time I saw them was at the competition. Actually, I was
back at you, big guy.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, right back at you.
I'm so glad you won. Oh.
And who else was it? That character, I don't know the name. I forgot. Molly. I think she won best overall. I'm not sure.
It was like the Japanese anime character.
The hoof.
Yeah, I got a close up of her walking to the stage at the end.
Creepy. I was nicer than anybody though, and it was so embarrassing. I was like, I'm sorry. So I was like, I don't know. Like I felt bad. I was just like, some of these things, like I know, I'm like, maybe I was a little biased on a couple, but I mean, overall, yeah. But I mean, sometimes the people just go up there and they're just like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, then I'm giving you a 2 because they're just like.
Well, and I feel like that's a huge part of cosplaying for me is you have to. The cosplays that I have, and I think it's why I keep them so limited, is because I really try to embody those characters when I'm.
Well, yeah, that's why you do it. It's a character.
That's a huge part of it to me.
Yeah. I mean, that's
so
your opportunity to show off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the kids one, I mean, I get it. Sometimes it's a little bit harder for them, but when the kids pull that off, it's oh my god, it's like the best thing ever because they're too adorable. You guys, you remember from the dunk event, the little girl who was Edward Scissorhands?
Yes. Yeah, I do.
She either won best overall or she won a category. I don't think she won best overall, but she was definitely my favorite. She won something. But her like presentation was like, of course you saw how she looked. She looked amazing. But like she did like the creepy, like she did like the Johnny Depp face. And she did like the hands all good and stuff, like all innocent. I'm like, I want to say to her parents, I'm just like, you better watch her else I'm gonna like adopt this child. It's gonna be my kid. Like, oh my god, I love her. So oh my god. So that was definitely, I'd say, my favorite, like out of the kids, because just obviously the parents helped them like no crap, but she won a category. Thank you. Yes, I gotta say, like, yeah, she did fantastic. The execution was great, and she was just, but I mean, I was surprised for a lot of kids. There was like the Aubrey plant too, that I thought that was super cool as well. That one, I don't even think I'd be able to do that one though. So, but yeah, when the kids like do like the cool stuff and like they do like the showmanship and everything, I definitely give them extra props for that one. But I think we all, for the kids one, when we compared our score, it was pretty much the same. But you got to the adult one, I'm just like, they're all just like, Ma, this, figure out this, and I'm just like, I love everybody. Okay. I'm like, they're not gonna ask me to do this again. It's just everyone. I think it was just everyone did. It was all really cool.
That's
what I mean?
Because when we went to Empire State Comic-Con, they asked me to judge the cosplay contest, and it was the same thing. I was like, I can't do this. I love everybody. And after that time, I never wanted to be a judge ever again, because I love everyone for different reasons, like music.
Yeah, they were laughing at me when they're like, "Are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." I thought Jamie was gonna be like, "That's funny because you're a terrible person. I would expect something completely different from you." Just kidding. But I mean, that was, so overall it was fun. Like, you got to interact with the cosplayers. I got like front row seats to it, and it's fun to like see everyone who enjoys the craft like you do,
Yeah.
And so that was like the last time I saw you, Lewis, of the day and of the whole trip. So at least that was one point I actually got to see you.
It was. Will Yates says, nicest Angry Geeks alive. Well, thank you. Thank you very much on that. We had fun. There,
you can still be angry and nice. Just because you're angry. You have to be mean.
The panel that surprised me the most was actually the MASH panel with Jamie Farr and Loretta Swit. I wasn't expecting standing room only. And I was not expecting Loretta Swit or Jamie Farr to take over the mic and to just blow me out of the water with wit, charisma, ego, and to have the room laughing. Where I think
I caught some of that I was in the green room. What did I come up? I think my panel finished and I had it upstairs, and and it sounded like it was really, really good. Like,
oh my God. It was kind of like sitting there with your grandparents and they were telling you stories of back in the day. It was so funny. And Joe says, I never saw their panel, but they were both lively at the ribbon cutting. I got to finish up the footage with that, Joe, and they were hilarious. We did have one question from the crowd. I can't remember the girl's name offhand, but she picked up her phone and she says, "This question is for Mr. Farr, and it is from my grandmother." The second she said grandmother, Jamie Farr, without a second, without missing a beat, goes, "Is she single?" Just like that. And it
That's
was
amazing.
Yes. And the girl starts, she goes, "Yes, give me your number." It was like the funniest thing in the world. And when he came to the back room, to the green room, excuse me, remember my name from when we introduced everybody on Friday night, and this was on Sunday. They just tore the room down. And going back for talking about the very first episode of MASH to the last episode, and I brought up Cannonball Run when Jamie Farr was the Sheik, and he was just cutting up everyone on the on the movie set. He said there wasn't a sober person on that set. He said it was the most fun he ever had. And Loretta Swit was talking about her mom locking herself in the bathroom at her house, kept saying that she lived in a castle. They were just, it was hilarious. And the crowd was laughing and they were very appreciative. Michael comes in and says, Cannonball Run is a true cinematic masterpiece. Yeah, Cannonball Run and 2 they were talking about. And it was a pleasant panel. I had a blast, and I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go, but it was definitely a great panel.
Woo-hoo.
Now, can I talk about my favorite one?
Yeah.
No, we're out of time.
No, we're not. Anyway, the panel I was looking forward to, and we all know.
Oh, here we go.
Stephen Amell and myself. The first, that was my.
Are you frozen?
No, it was my coup de grace, man. That was my crown jewel. And I told him that. I told him that when we first met him on Friday night, and then I said it in front of everyone on the stage. That I started Angrygeeks because of Arrow. I didn't know what a podcast.
Em and I are both sitting back with our arms
we're
just riding this out. Like we're both.
Well, no. I'll be short. I'll be short, and people can wait for the podcast to come out when we talk. But I started Angrygeeks basically because of Arrow. I didn't know what a podcast was, and I didn't know an idiot can get on TV. And I started it because I found one day these two people talking about Green Arrow, and I'm like, they have no idea what they're talking about. And then somebody mentioned something. Well, then why don't you do it? I said, I can't do that. And those two people that didn't know what they were talking about said at the end of their next show, can you? I don't know. I try every week. Had said, next week we're going to have Stephen Amell, the star of Arrow, on our show. And I was like, you know what? One day I'm going to have that guy. I'm going to do this. And one day I'm going to have that guy on my show. Or I'm going to be talking to him on camera or mic. And thanks to alternate reality entertainment, I did. I set that goal and I let Stephen know that. So Stephen, in front of the whole panel, actually, he told me this Friday night, but then he actually made me a bet in the panel where if I set a goal, he will be live on this show with Jamie, Emily, and I. And we're in contact now if I set this goal. And he's going to be on live with the three of us.
Tell everybody so everybody can keep you.
The goal is I got to lose the weight that I am set to lose to help my heart and to help the other health problems that I have. So I have to lose the weight. So
Which
far,
means no cheating.
No cheating. That's right. So far, I'm already 7 pounds down. Aviva says that panel was great. And you did a great job. Well, thank you, Aviva. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you taking that picture of Stephen and I. And Joe McDonald says, no cake. I know, Joe. I know. And Neil says, "Shut up, son."
Yes.
No,
and when did you have a cheeseburger? And you're not allowed
I never had a cheeseburger. The boy is not
allowed. You're not allowed to have
no, it did not happen. See what you, boy, you're grounded. No, he has no idea what he's talking about.
Neil,
so anyway,
every time he eats, I need you to send me a message. Every time, Neil.
So anyway, yeah, Stephen and I made an agreement right in front of everyone, handshake and all. So yeah, and it's gonna happen. His agent, he has my phone number. His agent, I did not make it in time to say goodbye to Stephen, but his agent took care of everything, and text messages were exchanged and stuff. So yeah, hopefully sooner than later. I did tweet him did yesterday when I got back from the doctor Friday.
And now Lewis becomes the crazy stalker.
Yeah, you can't find me for wrong anymore.
So yeah, so pretty soon, we're gonna start saying Stephen and Mel on live streaming with the Angry Geeks. So if it doesn't happen, it's because I was cheating on my diet, and I'm not gonna do that.
I have another highlight for me too.
Hold on. Neil says I will, so Jamie can yell at him. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Neil. Seeing Jeremy, I feel like I haven't seen Jeremy Palco in forever, and I just love him.
Yeah, and Jeremy.
That was another highlight for me that we got to see him, and we actually bought some of his artwork that we're going to hang up here. And
you did?
We did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Well, Jeremy Palco from The Walking Dead, Teen Wolf, and various other projects is going to be on with us after the holidays, I thought he said, or shortly before Christmas.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, so another celeb that's a friend of ours is going to be live streaming with us. Emily is like, really? Yeah, we forgot to tell you. And that's how crazy Rhode Island Comic-Con was for the Angry Geeks. I mean, we have to have a meeting about all this stuff. It's just like insane because Rhode Island Comic-Con was just off the hook for all of us this year. But Jeremy Palco from The Walking Dead and Teen Wolf will be on with us to talk about his artwork. And it's just absolutely crazy. And somebody else is going to be on it. I can't remember who else it's going to be, but we're going to have a blast. But anyway, ladies, Jamie, please tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me on my website, thatwonderwoman.com, or everywhere at thatwonderwoman.1.
Emily?
First off, I want to say I give you credit. Every single time you pointed tonight, you did it right, and I don't think you've done that. It's like we've both been here. So, you know what? Props to you.
Thank you.
But you can find me my website, www.quinderellacosplay.com, and I also post on Instagram at quinderellacosplay.
And one other thing. I was able to do it in December. He will return one Saturday night only. Santa will be back. And I think Stymie the Elf. Yes, Stymie the Elf will be there. But I don't know. Yeah, Stymie the Elf is going to be with him. So keep an eye out on my personal Facebook page or on the Angry Geeks page. Santa will be broadcasting live from the North Pole. So anyone out there with little kitties, just let me know. But Santa will be there just like last year, answering questions and hopefully taking, Christmas wish lists. So if you have anyone interested, any little kids, let me know. Send me a DM or send us an email through the website, and we'll see what we can do about setting it up so Santa could say hi to them. But I'll let you know on the date. It's going to be a Saturday night. Santa said he'll be open for the Angry Geeks. So just let me know. Anyway, I'm Lewis. That's Jamie. That's Emily. You guys know where to find us. Make sure you go to the website for exclusive video content. Okay?
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
There.
We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And sorry if we didn't have time to see you at Rhode Island Comic-Con, but we'll see you guys here every week and on Roku and on Fire Stick, YouTube, website, Facebook, everywhere. Thank you.
You have been watching The Angry Geek Show on Pod TV. Visit our website today. And for guest bookings, email us at theangrygeekshow@gmail.com today.